I actually do freebies different than any person that I know. And I've had coaches tell me, well, Hannah, be careful with freebies because X, Y, and Z. And then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, hold on, wait. You've generated six figures, multiple six figures just from your freebie strategy. Yes. I'm actually going to showcase what that DM should say if you want people to actually download that freebie to buy your paid product on the other end. So the thing that 10x my conversion rates was this. Welcome to $1 Million Content. Today, I am about to teach you the very thing that 10x'd my conversions when it came to my feed post content, because you know that I am all about how you do not need high reach or high volume in order to hit high sales months. Okay. Whether you're going for 50K months, 100K months, 100K days, whatever the case may be, this is possible for you. Buckle up. We're about to get very, very tangible here. I am actually going to go over what it looks like, not only the thing that changed for me, but I'm also going to dive even deeper into that one thing so that you can actually go and implement it and change things in your Instagram and the things that you have set up literally right now here today. Okay. So the thing that 10x my conversion rates was this. I got extremely intentional about every single piece of content that I posted. And as my clients know, I am testing absolutely everything. And at all times, I always have my finger on the pulse for my clients, for my own business, and making sure that the things that everybody's saying to do, for example, we're about to talk about DM automation, who has ManyChat here, right? Making sure that those things are actually going to be money makers for you and also don't require a ton of volume. Now, you might have people that you see go viral with their reels and their ManyChat is blowing up and they have tons and tons of comments and things like that in their reels. And you're like, oh, awesome. If only that could happen for me, right? I totally get it. And what I want to do here is tell you how you can 10x your sales right here, right now with the current audience that you have. So we're going to talk about ManyChat. DM automation is an incredible tool when it comes to automating your messages and things like that go out based on people who comment on your posts. But here's the thing. A lot of people just use this to send a link, right? Maybe if you're listening to this, that is something that you do as well. You use your ManyChat, your DM automation, to send over a link to your offer. So say you're promoting your challenge and you're like, hey, here's the challenge ticket. Can't wait to see you there. Or whatever, maybe you're running a promo, you share it with them in the DM automation. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, a lot of people actually clicked that link. I can't tell you how many times I hear this. A lot of people clicked that link. A lot of people commented on the reel actually. Or, oh gosh, this reel got a lot of traction finally. And people were interested and excited. And then all of a sudden something happened. They dropped off. What happened? What happened there was your people, they were so excited in that moment from looking at your content to go out and get this transformation in a moment. And then your DM automation put them back in this logistical sense of like talking about the actual thing, right? Buying from you, you're sending them a checkout link where they weren't sold enough on that transformation. There's two things that impact this. Number one, your content on the front end. If you have the most juicy, most irresistible messaging on the front end, then your people are so sold on the transformation where, yes, you can still use your DM automation here and there to just directly pitch offers. I directly sometimes pitch my challenge on pieces of my content and people still go and grab a challenge ticket and they purchase or upgrade to even VIP and all the things through that. Okay. Because of my messaging. Now, with that being said, and the testing that I've done. Before, my message was as irresistible as it is now, right? Before, my messaging was, I was still kind of standing out and I still had one core message and I'm still sharing and talking to my ideal client, but I am not being irresistible. And remember, what does irresistible mean? It means that you are speaking the language of your ideal client, not your own language around the transformation that you offer. Notice I didn't just say around what you sell. Okay. Just that right there. Okay. That will transform your content so much. And especially when you're just like using DM automation to send a link. Okay. But for the sake of messaging and the fact that there's so much room and so much more money for you to make when it comes to messaging, I do want to tell you one thing you can do right away to really drastically increase your sales. And that is switching the way that you use your ManyChat. Okay, because I did use my ManyChat in that way. And now with the messaging that I have, people are so sold on getting this transformation and they value it and all the things that they truly can go to the link in my DMs and go and purchase. Yes. And the way that I 10x'd my own conversion rates with this was by in my post selling them on this transformation. And then my call to action for them was to go and download a freebie. So many people have so many thoughts about this immediately. Well, I don't want to give away everything for free and I don't want to overeducate. Yes, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying when I say freebie. I actually do freebies different than any person that I know. And I've had coaches tell me, well, Hannah, be careful with freebies because X, Y, and Z. And then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, hold on, wait. You've generated six figures, multiple six figures just from your own like freebie strategy and funnel strategy and all the things. Yes. Okay. Again, this is one of those low volume, high sales things. Here's what it looks like with your DM automation, okay? When, I would say majority of the time, if you could do an 80-20, that would be incredible. You could do a 50-50 if you want, but no matter what you do today, I recommend you implement this. And that is you attach your DM automation to a freebie that pitches that next offer. So instead of putting that offer in the link in your DMs and just directly pitching it there, because you'll see so many sales drop off, what I want you to do, because your people need to be more sold on their transformation, is put some kind of free offer, freebie, in front of that so that when they get your DM, they're so excited to go and dive in even deeper, dive in even more, right? And that they want to actually take that next step. I cannot tell you, you might be rolling your eyes or like, oh, tried it, whatever. I've done lead magnets. Listen to me very closely, okay? When I tested this, it was in the same day with the same piece of content. I had a reel that was gaining some traction. Listen, not that much traction. It's only got, I think, like 2,000, 3,000 views. But listen, traction for me, people were commenting on it and it was directly pitching to a checkout link. And I saw like 2 sales come in and I'm like, okay, not bad, but like what's going on? Because I'm seeing quite a bit more comments start to roll in and 2 sales, that doesn't really like make sense, right? With my conversion rate and all the things. And so all of a sudden I'm like, let me switch this quickly. We've got to make a change here. And so I did. I changed in that moment. I remember it was like first thing in the morning. I grabbed my computer. I think it was in a rocking chair. My daughter was still so little too. And I'm like super early in the morning in the dark in my room, like on my computer. My husband's like, is everything okay? And I was like, yes, I'm putting out a fire right now because I made this mistake, which I was testing this. Okay. And I'm thinking, ooh, getting some traction. Okay. 2 sales. I'm like, no, we got to switch this right away. And immediately I switched it to a free offer that pitched the same exact product at the same exact price, all of the things. Okay. And within just that one reel, within just that one day, within a couple hours of just switching that over to being a freebie on the front end and then my paid offer on the other end, I literally had like 20 sales just in that day. And this is from one piece of content that did not go viral. One piece of content that only got, I think like 2,000, maybe, I think it was like 2,500 views. Okay. One piece of content now brought in 20 sales. So imagine you have a sales event or you're selling a challenge or whatever, and you can sell 20 tickets in one day. Okay. That's incredible. And it's from this one shift that you can make in your content. The way that I'm so fired up to share this with you right now, because this could change the game for all of your feed post content. Now I want to move into what is that DM automation going to say? Okay, so this is where you're going to pull out that pen and paper and get ready because I'm going to literally showcase what that DM should say. And I could even put it here on the screen as well for YouTube, where you can see how I'm going to break down this DM message, because messaging, as you know, is the most important part of this. It's the most important part of your freebie. It's the most important part of however you're going to pitch that paid offer, whatever content on the front of it, it's everything. Okay. So I'm actually going to showcase what that DM should say if you want people to actually download that freebie, because you need people to download it to buy your paid product on the other end, right? So we're going to no longer do 100% of the time where you're just automatically sending a checkout link. And now you're going to start to implement this strategy where you put a freebie in front of that exact same paid offer. Okay. The content is still selling them on the exact same transformation. Okay. And here's what the DM should say. So step number 1 here, this DM, the very first line here is, and this is arguably the most important sentence, okay? You need to lead with that payoff or that thing that they want, the transformation you're talking about in your post. You need to lead with that and start it off with like a one-liner. You do not want this DM automation message to be super, super long. Okay, start off with a one-liner that reminds them of what they really want and how you're going to help them do that. So a first and foremost thing like, hey, I can't wait to help you sell in stories. This is me talking about like a story prompts or something that I'm going to share with them. Okay, the second thing, so this is the first one. The second thing that you want to do here is your second sentence is going to mention your offer. It's going to mention your offer, but it is not going to pitch your offer to them. Again, you're still leading to a freebie. Okay, but part 2 of this actual message that you send, notice how I say here, I say my 6-figure story framework is taught inside of my 5-day challenge. And then I lead into, but my prompts are a part of whatever. And this shows them that if they do take that next step moving forward, here's actually what they can fully get, which is what they truly want, right? But this is like a little taste. This is a little something you can download right now for you. Okay. And this could also be some kind of like social proof that shows them what's possible for them. It just gives them like a taste, right? And kind of mentions also the thing that you're about to pitch to them. All right. Step number 3 in this message. I always share this. And even though it seems like it should be obvious because they entered to get something for free, I always remind them, I want to give this to you for free right now. You are giving them a gift. Okay. Do you see how that message feels very different than like here's my 5 tips for meal planning, download now. Your messaging is absolutely everything. Okay. So you're giving them a gift. I want to give this to you for free right now. And then I always share this here last as like a bonus tip. You want to, again, remind them that they can get a quick win. So I'm letting them know, listen, tap below if you want this, but like your people are literally waiting for this right now. Like your audience wants to buy from you today. Okay. This gets them excited to download it because the last thing you want is for somebody to be inside of your DMs and to never download your freebie because you were just like, here's my 5 tips, download it now. Okay. And then last but not least, I did want to throw this in here as well. This is something that is like, seems like a silly little added thing, but that everyone overlooks, but truly this matters, which is, again, I reiterate that this is free access or instant access that they get right away when they do download this freebie. Okay. Putting the word free in that actual button helps remind them, hey, this is a gift that I'm going to give to you and that they can access it right away. Okay. So this one thing, this one DM message can drastically change the way that you make sales. But if you start to switch to having a free offer on the front end where you're selling on the back end, literally you get 10x your sales today. I am so excited for you to end this episode right now. Hopefully leave me a little comment, drop something below if you enjoyed this. Okay. And then I want you to go out and I want you to go implement this. I want you to go get ManyChat if you don't have it or go into your ManyChat if you do. And I want you to put a freebie that ties into your paid offer and pitches it directly. Okay. And switch up your DM automation to this because it has the possibility to 10x your sales. And wouldn't you rather, instead of making 2 sales or whatever your average is per day from every piece of your content, which you should be selling in every piece of your content. Okay. Just saying. Whatever that average is, wouldn't you love to 10x that average, right? Wouldn't you love to, instead of 2 sales, be making 20 sales with one single piece? This is one piece of content, by the way, that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about how many sales this has drastically increased on all of my pieces of content. I'm talking about one little piece of non-viral content. Okay. The way that this can change the game. I just had somebody who attended my challenge who messaged me and she was like, Hannah, I literally implemented this. I cannot believe that like someone already bought from me. They bought my guide that I attached my freebie. Like what is going on? And she was so fired up. Listen, this is what's possible for you too. But if you want to have high sales months, even with low volume, you need to be able to have these specific things in your pieces of content so that you can capture the majority of the leads, right? You can actually capture as many as possible and that you can sell to as many as possible. Okay. I will do another episode that talks about stories as well and how you can really captivate your people on stories and really sell to them on stories and start those conversations where your DMs are full instead of you being like, oh, I'm ghosted in the DMs or I feel like I can't respond. Okay. That is a whole separate topic. This is specifically for your DM automation attached to your feed posts. But I can't wait to dive into that as well. I will see you in the next episode. Go and implement this and send me a message when you do and keep me updated on how it goes.